and welcome to Meggie Rambles with Other People. I'm your host, Meggie Jenny, and today we are rambling with a very good friend of mine who's an incredibly awesome actor, Josh Murray. You have seen him in Killing Lincoln, Game of Pawns, The Reliant, and soon in Inheritance, starring Lily Collins. Welcome, Josh.
Hey, Meggie. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on today. So, Josh, obviously, you've done lots of movies and things, but that's not the only thing you've been up to recently. Recently, you've started health coaching. What led you to start doing that?
Yeah, well, I was going through a health crisis, starting in my late teens, early 20s. It was really kind of like a 10-year period that I had given up a lot of things like fitness and even music for quite a while because of chronic pain. And it's interesting because actually the acting kind of came in at that point in my life where I was starting to just lose a lot of my hobbies and passions because of my chronic health issues. And I kind of turned to acting as an outlet, as something I could do that didn't have a lot of physical strain on my body. And which I'm thankful for because it introduced me to this amazing journey with acting. But over the course of that 10 years, I had to kind of become an expert in my own little narrow field of progression with my health, my nutrition, and just work towards a total life transformation. And eventually was able to overcome a lot of those symptoms and those issues I was facing and get back into fitness and get back into being strong and being healthy. And the last few years, I've just had more and more friends reaching out to me as they see, where I'm at in my life and my health and my fitness. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, can you help me? Like, I need you to teach me, train me, Josh, train me. And I'm like, I don't do that. I'm an actor. And a friend of mine introduced me to an amazing approach that just really seemed to fit what I was doing. And it's not just about health. It's about personal development. It's about just building vision for your life in every area with health being the foundation. And so it really kind of resonated with what I was doing in my social media and my online presence of just trying to inspire people to think deeper, to reflect on themselves, to motivate them, to reach for more, to raise their vision, to be adventurous in their life. And I decided this summer, like, this is a way that I can integrate what I'm doing and work with people more directly. And if people want to go deeper from just what I've been sharing, and work a little bit more personally one-on-one with me and help them craft, a vision for their health and their life, I can do that. And the last couple of months, I've had some great results and seen some people make some breakthroughs already, which is really fun. It
is cool. What's cool is because you experience those hardships and those things that kind of set you back, but that's not where you're at anymore. Your testimony is that through diligence and hard work and a lot of research and dedication, now, you are posting videos of you playing the piano again, and you do, go sailing and all those things that you really enjoy, and you've found those things again. And now you're able to use what God's done to you within you personally to help other people reach their goals as well. And isn't that isn't that what it's all about? Helping other people?
Yeah, well, I mean, purpose, when you really get connected to your purpose, it always has to be about other people, because if your purpose is to live for yourself, that's selfish and it's ultimately unsatisfying, and it's cyclical and it doesn't really take you anywhere. And it's really true. It's more blessed to give than to receive. And if you haven't experienced the blessing of giving to someone, of like seeing someone receive from you, then you just haven't really experienced satisfaction yet.
Yeah. Well, I love watching all of these videos, and I will say I'm slightly jealous of all of the sailboat videos and photos I see, because I am like landlocked in a hard way in Missouri. So I'm like, look, there's water somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I really have an intention not to show off, but to inspire people. No.
I'm living vicariously through you. I feel like he's having fun. I'm going to go stand in a puddle and pretend.
but not just vicariously. I have so many people on my Instagram who will message me and be like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that, or like, oh, I wish I could travel, or do this and that. And part of what I write in my writings, the things that I share, is really to try to challenge people to stop saying I wish and just start saying I'm going to.
Yep.
And have a vision of like, not like, oh, that seems really cool and I'm living vicariously, but like, I want to do that. And I've been really pleased to hear feedback from a lot of people as well who over time have been like, you know what, Josh, like I'm doing it. Like I wrote on my vision board, like I'm going to travel this year and like I'm going to do it. And it's so cool to see that, because you need to have that vision for your life, and you need to have that inspiration of like, there's something more out there that I haven't experienced, and it's worthwhile, and it's going to motivate me to do the steps that I need to be able to do it. And you become a different person when you go out and you take those steps and you reach beyond your comfort zone. You change who you are. And it's like, it's not just that going on that trip or learning that skill or, having that experience, like in and of itself is like the be all and end all, but who you have to become to step out and do that is worthwhile. And it impacts who you are in your everyday life, and it impacts other people.
Absolutely. It starts with just the one choice. I'm going to do something, because it's easy, especially with social media and this is one thing I think, again, I have a mom of a 13-year-old. So like I hear all of her little friends, they're comparing themselves constantly with everything they're seeing on TV or on social media and YouTube and all these things. I'm like, hey guys, guess what? That's not real life. All those people still have normal jobs, or, look at that. They climbed a mountain, but then they went home and did their laundry, like trying to balance what you're seeing as that's not the whole picture. And that, well, I really wish I could do that. Well, you can, well, unless you're like, I would like to fly and jump off of you can't fly. You're not going to grow wings, but like you can probably climb a mountain if you start training and go, you know what, I'm going to do that. Let's go on a small hike today.
Yeah, but I mean, like people, there's people who said I want to fly, and they develop those, those squirrel suits, and doing the base jumping, and
that
like
is terrifying.
Well, yeah, I don't know that it would be for me, but I just, I think it's crazy that people were like, people for so many like centuries have been like, oh, I wish I could fly, and they built a suit where they, they put some puffy clothes on and they jump off a cliff and they just soar, and it's like,
that takes some boldness. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to develop a fluffy, puffy suit thing, and I'm going to jump off someplace tall if I don't die. Like, wow, that's some confidence in your product there, buddy. Like, yeesh. Oh man, crazy. I do not have that kind of boldness to be just. No. Speaking of boldness and getting yourself out there in a big way, someone was interviewed by Medium magazine recently. So how did that happen? And what was that like to be able to share kind of your thoughts on this business and your heart with them?
Yeah, so this year, I had a film that I was in called Inheritance with Simon Pegg and Lily Collins and amazing cast, Connie Nielsen from Gladiator. I was really excited to go to the premiere at Tribeca Film Festival and watch it with friends in theaters. And of course, the month that all was supposed to happen, we had a lovely little thing called coronavirus.
Yep.
And it canceled everything. So I was instead staying at home for months. And so the only thing I really could do was just use the internet.
Which thank goodness we have, right?
Which thank goodness we have.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I could do was talk about it digitally, electronically, and Medium was so gracious to offer me the interview. And I think the coolest thing maybe was that their questions and what I was able to share was way beyond acting. We got to talk about Inheritance and some of the films that I'm working on, but we went way beyond acting, and I got to really talk about my purpose and my vision and like the things that are important to me and my passions in all areas about life. And I was just thrilled that they shared all of it. Like they just published the whole thing and really put it out to a larger audience. And I actually had one of my dad's oldest friends who's in the industry. He's an agent in the industry. Like sent me a text and was like, "Hey, saw you in Medium. Like, congrats!" Like, wow, yeah, that's really cool. It's fantastic. I love that you did get to share that and it was all published, because sometimes they may ask the questions, but you have no idea what's going to make the cut. And now that vision is out there, so when people are reading this magazine, And even the biggest point they put as the headline at the top of the article, like my bottom line of like the thing that's most,
Yeah.
valuable, important to me, they put right up front, featured, which was cool.
Right up there at the top. People are like, we're going to get to know Josh right now, people. This is the guy. Okay, so you're doing the health coaching. You've been interviewed by Medium, and you are starring and producing in a new film, Gym Rat. Actually, let's take a look at that.
Maybe?
Maybe.
What?
Maybe. What if I break your pinky?
That's hardly soul-winning behavior, Lena.
What can I say, man? I'm a heathen.
Cool. I'll go. You had me at heathen.
As long as I have you.
Wow. You trying to meet the family or something?
Maybe.
My dad's a big shot scientist. He travels all over the country, but maybe when he's in town.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Done.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Okay, so first off, I think that's the first time I've ever seen you in glasses. So like a little nerdy. Is your character a tad nerdy in Gym Rat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's an oddball for sure. Yeah. He has different sides though. He is like it's like a superhero. He has different egos.
Egos or superhero roles. So like
alter egos.
Or is he like a villain?
He's a complicated character. He's a little conflicted. So
interesting.
His obsession is the Hulk. He's a big fan of the Hulk, and I think there's a lot of like the Hulk in him, and it's like kind of that war inside him of like this uncontrollable, personality.
Yeah, interesting. So I noticed he was on crutches, so clearly he's not invincible.
No, he's not. He definitely takes a lot of hits in this film.
So tell me, what was the process like for you? Not just in front of the camera, but behind it this go around.
Yeah, well, it's been the biggest undertaking that I've ever done, and we're not all the way through there yet. We have some hurdles left to go, but basically, I have been interested for a while to produce a film and a feature film. I've done shorts, but a couple years ago, I approached my friend Kors as a writer-director, and I said, we've both been having these big visions and films that we're developing with bigger budgets. And, it's been years of, just going around in circles or, getting delayed. And I said, let's just take action. Let's make a film and let's move forward no matter what. And I said, we'll pick a project that, he had written this script, Gym Rat, that he told me about, which sounded perfect. It resonated with me. I said, next summer, we're going to start filming. No matter what.
Do or die. We're
going to do it. And he was like, I like the sound of that, so let's do it. And so, we raised as much money as we could, and we went into production last summer, and we were able to film the majority of the film with the money that we had. And we've already gotten some of it edited and have a teaser, which we're going to be releasing shortly.
Awesome.
And it was a crazy few weeks of filming, trying to wear so many hats. And I'm sure you can imagine. And we are about to open up a final round of funding, give people a chance to buy some equity shares at a very small level in the film and share in any profits the film makes. And once we finish the final round of fundraising, we're going to go back and do some pickups and then go into post-production.
Nice. Well, hopefully you don't have any Rona problems when you go to pick up those shots. If you were planning to shoot this summer, it would not have been done. It would have been a nightmare. So the Lord's hand was on that timing.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. We weren't shooting in the spring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's very exciting, and I love that you had the attitude of we're going to do it. We're going to do it no matter what. Let's plan it out. Let's get our ducks in a row and let's get it going. Because I think that's, again, like we've talked about so many things. People have great vision or great ideas, but don't have the boldness to just go, let's do it and let's see what happens.
Well, and definitely we've gotten momentum and we've gotten buy-in because of that. So like there was, a certain number of people who were willing to invest and buy into our vision with just what we laid out with our plans. But after we shot, what we were able to shoot and started showing that to them, I just had so many people who were like, whoa, like this looks really good. I want to be a part of this.
I wasn't real sure initially. I thought maybe it was going to be like some rinky dink thing. But no, I mean, it looks fantastic. And obviously the characters are compelling because even in that little snippet, I'm like, what's going on with him? So yeah, very well done. I'm very excited to see the teaser. Can't wait for it to come out. But you know what, Josh? You know what time it is? It's that time where I play a game and maybe slightly embarrass my guest a little bit. Are you up for it?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, you, over here. Right here. There you go. It's time to play Blind Drawings with Maggie!
Okay, so blind drawing. It's exactly what it sounds like, guys. We are going to blindfold Josh, and by that I mean he's going to blindfold himself and not cheat, because cheaters are losers. And I'm going to describe a photo to him, and he's going to attempt to draw it. And we'll see how great of an artist Josh is. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready. I have my blackout blinds.
Good. All right. Well, suit up, buddy.
Okay.
We're getting ready to go.
I was thinking about bringing my Corona mask and wearing that instead. I thought it would make it easier.
No, it probably wouldn't. You could probably see through it. All right. Can you see anything? You start drawing on the walls.
No, okay. I can't see anything.
All right. I'm going to show the audience what we shall be drawing. All right. So on your piece of paper, turn it so it is horizontal.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to draw 2 medium-sized circles on each side, the left and the right side. So one on the right, one on the left.
All right. Medium circles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the middle of those circles, I want you to draw a dot, like a bigger dot.
Okay.
And from one of the circles, I want you to draw a line like at a 45-degree angle up and towards the other circle. So it's going towards the middle of the page, not away from it.
Okay. So like a V from one circle to the other?
It's not touching the circle. It's going like from your dot in the middle of the circle. It's going to go like at a 45-degree angle. Like it's going to
okay
or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of the circles.
On one. Yep. And then on the top of that line, I want you to just draw a line horizontal, like you're crossing a T.
Okay.
Okay. In the middle of your other circle, so your other dot, you're going to do the same 45-degree line up, but not quite as tall.
Okay. And
then where the top of that one is, you're going to draw a long line, like like perpendicular to it.
Perpendicular.
Yes.
Okay. A long line.
A longer line perpendicular.
In which direction?
Top to bottom.
Perpendicular top to bottom. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully my math terms are serving me well here. Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So at the top of that line you just drew, I want you to draw another cross, like you're crossing a T at the top.
Okay.
And at the bottom of that line, you're going to draw a small circle.
Okay.
And then from your small circle, you're going to draw 2 little lines, like one on top, one on bottom.
Okay.
Cross those like a T. I didn't know what one on the top, one on the bottom, and cross.
Didn't I just draw a line down to this circle? So there's already a line on top?
But this is just a little line.
Okay. All right.
I promise it'll make sense, or it won't. I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. And then from the top of your little circle you just drew, you're going to draw a line up connecting to your first tall line. So it's kind of like your little circle has a V coming off of it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we're way off track already.
I'm sure we are.
That's great. So draw a line up.
Draw
like
a
a
line
V?
up. So the top of your little circle in the middle of your two medium circles should have almost like a V on top of it.
The middle? No, this is the little circle at the bottom of the line that I drew down from the top of the page.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes, correct.
Whatever. All right.
Okay. And you know what? We're just gonna stop a little short because I think it's only gonna get more confusing from here. So you can take your blindfold off.
Okay.
All right, and then show me what you drew. Does it look like anything? Okay, well, it was a bike. So
okay, well,
like it's not bad.
My bike is a little
it's not going anywhere.
It's a little disconnected.
They're there.
It's 2 unicycles.
That's exactly. It's a pair. See, this one was the sad, lonely one person. You've got like a couple over there.
Yeah, it's a detachable Batmobile bike.
That's exactly what it is. It's perfect. It's beautiful.
I'm really proud that I actually made shapes. I didn't know I was gonna be able to make shapes.
And all of your dots seem roughly in the right spots.
Yeah.
It's better than I would have done. Okay, we want to try again. I got one.
Okay. More. Yeah. All right.
This one might be easier or might be worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your bike was in an accident.
In an accident.
Poor bike. Okay, are you ready? Can you see anything?
Yes.
No cheating.
Nope. Can't see anything.
Okay. So I think I know how to describe this one better.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to make a square with a rounded dome top. So the bottom part is like a square, but the top is like a dome.
Okay, and where?
And just all over the page. Doesn't matter if it's landscape or a portrait. Just it's the biggest thing on the page.
Okay. All right.
Make it huge.
Okay.
All right. Now in the middle of your rectangle dome thing, you are going to draw across the middle, left to right. You are going to draw a really long, rounded square. So it's like not an oval, but like they're rounded edges, and it's a really long rectangle.
Inside the box?
Yes, inside the box.
Okay.
Box dome thing.
Box dome thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. And then from your long oval box thing, the little one you just drew, you're going to draw down a triangle.
Okay.
So the longest part of the triangle will share a line with your long rectangle you just drew.
So the point is pointing down?
Point is pointing down, yes.
All right, upside down pyramid.
Yes. Boom. Nailed it with the right words. Look at you.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're just going to kind of draw a squiggle line kind of from left to right underneath your little triangle.
Okay. Is this supposed to be in this rectangle? It's
all inside the big rectangle, yes.
I drew this rectangle way too small.
That's okay. Maybe it's just a teeny tiny itty bitty rectangle.
All right. Okay, squiggly line at the bottom.
Uh-huh. And then at the top part where your dome is, you're going to just put lots of little dots inside of it. I feel like this was the easier picture. I should have started with this one. The other one was too easy. Are you done? Then we're done. Show me what you got. It's supposed to be a burger. Not quite there, but all of the shapes are there. So
yeah, it looks like
somebody fishing. Looks
somebody
like
fishing. There you go. Like a little
like on a frozen lake.
Like a little minion
That's
going
exactly
fishing.
What it is. You drew a minion fishing in the lake. Perfect. It couldn't have been better.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Oh, goodness. Oh, Josh, thanks for joining me today. And thank you so much for playing with me in this ridiculous game. Honestly, though, fantastic drawings. You should be proud. I feel like it's probably a good idea to go ahead and sign those now, date them, because someday somebody's gonna be like, you know what I really need in my life? I need Josh's drawings. I need his minion ice fishing drawing. Boom. There you go.
Signed original.
Perfect.
And I didn't even go to art school.
No, you don't need to when you have such a great coach on this side of things. So bad. So bad. Oh, goodness. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to find Josh on social media. He is on Facebook and he's on Instagram, and he's very active on Instagram. So I suggest you follow him over there for all of his things, including his inspiring hikes and sailings and health coaching things. But thank you so much. I appreciate you coming. Be sure to join us next week when we talk with Becky Bartlett. Thanks.